Hello. Hello and welcome. Hello, chicken. I had an idea. What was it? So this isn't too boring. I'm turning on some music. I've got a couple of options. We've got Hamilton. We've got my music playlist. And we've got the anime playlist. And Studio Ghibli. That is 4 options. I don't know if anybody's in the chat right now because I can't see it. If only I could. There's so much noise. So deleting that. Yeah, I can't see the chat right now. I'm going to have to. Yeah, just figured this out. This is way more difficult. Alright, this is just gonna have to work. I finally figured something out. Alright. To be honest, this is the chicken apocalypse story. I've got my info at the top. I've started on it. It's not great. I'm reading the chat through my iPad right now, while also watching my own live. It's like 3 seconds late than what is actually happening. Illustrations, yeah, that's a good idea. Just do it in the middle of school when I get the chance. My cat's just purring into the mic right now. Oh, such a sweetie. Where should I put this? Let's see. I'd play music, but I'm reading the chat through a different device that I usually use for the music. And my Spotify playlist isn't that great. Well, my Spotify playlist, it's this my Spotify playlist is really just a bunch of songs I added like as soon as I heard them, even if they're really bad. Besides, the Spotify is always on shuffle and there's no stopping it. And you only get like 6 skips per hour. Yeah. Yeah, and YouTube playlist, it's better. Free skips. You can put it on shuffle if you want or not. To be honest, like with the editing, usually I just take real songs from my playlist and turn them into edits. Or sometimes the songs aren't even on my playlist, they just are for an edit. Why? I mean, like, sometimes it's easier when somebody already has the edited audio, but like, I used to mix and match songs, so like one song would have like 3 different parts to it, like 3 different parts of that song in different areas, and it sounded real cool, and sometimes it was just smooth. Yeah, I don't know how I did it. I like some of my older edits probably I did that more than I do now. I'm too lazy now. I haven't made an edit in days. Yeah, same. Like, I've also had, like, edits I could just replace, but I gotta find, like, the right GIFs for it. And I'm also kind of too lazy to do that now, too. And also, like, when I do have inspiration, it just takes so much work that, you don't want to do. Yeah. I thought about remaking some of the CapCut templates I used to use. What a fool I was back then. Like, my first edit, my first edit was trash. It just had, it was Kirishima edit. This is my first edit. Yeah, it was so trash. honestly, I look back on it every once in a while, and I really can't believe that some of those edits got more views, more likes, more subs than my more recent edits. It was before I figured out CapCut. Like, I just knew how to do transitions and crop images. Like, it was, yeah, it was, there was a time. Not, Alright, here's what I have so far on our chicken apocalypse. We've got our main character, Z, who's like 27. Our villain, named Chicken Fury. We've got our co-worker, Mel. The Chicken Fury minions, which have no names. Our McDonald's boss, Geraldo. And the grandma we're going to add in there, Gertrude. Age is in there too, like. Wake up, I slip on my hoodie and sweats. Just another day of work. Yet another day to suffer in the busy work environment of a restaurant, so grueling and exhausting. Yeah, I must do it for the sake of the economic the economic status in the United States. Shoving my toes to some hand-me-down knickers, I hop out the door into my ancient truck. At last arriving at the all-gracious and all-powerful McDonald. I see several crates full of chickens of different sizes, colors, and expressions. Expressions? Chickens can't have facial expressions. Still, they look psychic, insane, and unwell in the mind. Right, that's my job. Hello, you must be Z. I'm Mel. My new coworker waves to me. I rush over and help roll the cart of chickens to the back. So, it's your first day, huh? Yeah. The job description says that we harvest the chickens starting off with $15 an hour, I say as I pick up one of the crates and put it in the cart. After loading the several boxes of chickens, me and Mel pull the cart to a separate warehouse, pretty far away from the actual restaurant. Is it just me, or do I get chills just being there? Now, Z, before we start, I need to explain something that the government has been hiding from the people, Mel explains. But if you tell anyone, there will be consequences. Yes, ma'am, I reply, my voice shakes slightly. Starting off, these chickens aren't normal. That's what makes McDonald's chicken McNuggets so good. Mel starts to roll the cart into the warehouse. I follow. What's not normal about them? I fidget with my fingers nervously. You'll see. Mal chuckles and opens the crate of chickens, setting them free to roam around the warehouse. Now that I mention it, the warehouse is in pretty good condition. The walls are freshly painted. The overall structure stays together well, it's not falling apart. How to do the job is to feed and water the chickens. After a bit they'll plump up. Mel explains. Pick the fattest one to kill and bring to the main McDonald's kitchen. That sounds simple. I've got this, I say confidently. I'll leave you to it then. Mel turns and heads out the large door and slams it on her way out. I turn back to the chickens. In sync, all the chickens turn their heads my way, staring into my frightened soul. I knew I didn't believe Mel at first, but also the way those chickens keep glaring at me is nerve-wracking. I grab a handful of seed, a mix of sunflower seeds and live mealworms, as well as layer crumble and scratch grain. Only the best food. Only the best food for them. Sprinkling on the ground, I look up and make direct eye contact with a large hen. The bird slightly tilts her head. A chicken jumps at me from the side, making me tumble into a large bucket of water. My wrist slams against the rim. I hear a bone-splitting crack. I look towards my soaked hand. It hurts, but it doesn't seem too bad. Just hurts a bit. Totally not in excruciating pain. Days of this pass. I've got my wrist checked out. Turns out it wasn't too bad. Just a couple bone fractures. Days of the chickens staring into my soul. The day has come, the day to harvest a chicken. I creep towards the largest hen I can find, the same hen that stared at me with more fury in its eyes than fire itself. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, I don't know if I can do the voice. Just pretend it's in a sugary voice, because it's supposed to be raspy and stuff. Well, well, well. Little Z trying to do her job. Yeah, that's what I have so far. Yeah, I didn't have too much detail. This is like the first draft. I'll probably go back and revise a bit more. Silly but dark. Yeah, that's what I go for actually. It's really just like my vibe. I tend to do it a lot. A lot. finally Christmas break has come. There's like 5 days. 5 days until Christmas. So close, yeah. To be honest, it's kind of overwhelming. So quickly and yet so slow, yeah. I know, it feels like some days are like really fast and some days are like uber slow, so it like just evens out to feel fast and slow at the same time, somehow. I wonder if you can open YouTube while being live. Cool. I don't know if today was really just a weird day. For me at least. Because like our school does events, like little events at the end of each quarter. And then there's just like chaos. Yeah, it was me since it was like the last day of school or something. We had like a Wednesday schedule. And then also like the event at the end of the day, like the last hour. Honestly, it would have been nice to draw the whole day. It probably would have given me more inspiration to draw the whole day instead of watching The Emperor's New Groove. Yeah. It's been unpaused. Sick. I don't know if it was just me, but like I used a CapCut template one time, and in the title I said, "This looks sick." As in like really cool, not like cough cough, I'm sick, or like weird kind of sick. And somebody was like, "Is this okay?" And apparently I commented like slay on something, and then I got questions from that. It was weird. Like it's just like, bro. I don't know, people have misread my comments before and then like replied something. People have not known what like like the kind of sick I meant, like cool kind of sick, not, you know, that stuff. They don't know what slay is. Honestly, yeah. There's also, like, if you're 2 years old, you wouldn't know what it is. If you're 5 years old, you probably wouldn't know what it is. If you're 8 years old, you probably would, because you're 8 and 8-year-olds on YouTube now. I've also had like this incidents at school, like the other day, where people told our teacher that "gyat" means get your act together. So she really just said it to a bunch of guys who were messing around. We also had to explain what Skibidi Toilet was, cause like it was hilarious. So like we had to tell like, the Skibidi Toilet like a toilet with a head coming out of it, and she's like, it's just weird. Yeah, that's what the world. Yeah, I don't know. No Rebellion had a hater once that was just like an 8-year-old asking Mr. Beast to comment on their videos. And it was hating on art too, not just anime. Honestly, if they're 8, they probably don't know how to draw, so why are you hating on somebody else's drawing? Like, also, if you want to hate on somebody, you can hate in your head. You don't have to say it aloud and put someone down. Stomp on their feelings. Make them feel bad. That's how depression kind of works. Like, hate comments. If you could just ban hate comments forever, anything, if YouTube had like a restriction if you like say anything like that, and if it's something like positive, but also like, yeah, it's nice. Oh, I just said the funniest thing I remembered. Honestly, I leave them there, and I let, like, you know, the few people who actually see those comments go and fight them. I'm gonna see if I can find this thing. Alright, so on a website, you can look at different books, their ratings, like, so I like to look through all the 1-star ratings. Like, all of the 1-star ratings. Because they're great. So, one day, I was looking at My Hero 1-star ratings. Let's see. Someone someone said, I'm reading it off right now. I tried to read it, but all the pages are backwards. Frowny face. Please fix your printer. It was the best thing that I've read that day. It was seriously like cut out for a moment. Oh, I did. um, I don't know, not like on a different book. I don't remember which one the other day. I was also reading a book rating, and they had like 12 paragraphs on why a book wasn't great. I don't know. I'm just gonna repeat what I had now. somebody like somebody said on like My Hero for a 1-star rating. Somebody said, "I keep reading the pages backwards. Please fix your printer." And then another person has like 12 paragraphs of why a book wasn't great. They had so much time on their hands, I bet. Ooh. I don't know what book was it. Oh well. Yeah, how the arcs drag on. I really just want them to get kind of finished up. They don't need 7 seasons. Personally. Yeah, same thing with watching it. Honestly, I don't know if you've heard of Wings of Fire, the book series, but like I was looking at that too, and some people didn't like it because of like possible LGBTQ relationships and using they them pronouns. It was kind of stupid for that to be an only reason to hate on it. Some people also thought that it was too violent for their grade level. I mean, like, it gets started later in the series, like the more recent book, The Flames of Hope, which is honestly not the greatest of the series. And because then they start introducing humans more into the book series, it just kind of like and it's supposed to, it's like third grade level or something, or supposed to be. Ooh, I found the person with like 12 paragraphs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 paragraphs. Yeah, to be honest, I looked at a bunch of stuff. There was like, alright, let's see. First they say, hello, I came to write a review on this book. Obviously, I'm a kid who's been obsessed with the series, but also argue against other reviews. You'll see what I mean in a moment. If it were to, this, they say, if you were to summarize this book, I would personally say dragon flies across the ocean, one dragon from each tribe. As they believe this is clear to where coming to the continent that gets separated in a small summary, you know. It also mentions, okay, here's another quote unquote. Now, in no place does this summary, they spelled summary wrong, or any other summary, they spelled summary wrong, go into detail how they are gay dragons and non-binary people, or the woke, which there's 9 things in this book. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. That's why there's gay dragons and non. Why is this a 1-star review? Okay, so here's another sentence I just read, which probably there's something that probably isn't a word. Wokeness would be Luna and Moon bring Donald Trump and politics into the book, or showing the discrimination that minorities face. That's not what's happening here. If you think accepting regular people is woke and bad, and how you need to teach your child your own opinions on people of different races or LGBTQ+. Yeah. They're using large words, but also making up words and spelling words wrong. And finally, in the end, they say they rated it 2 stars, and because they hated the plot, they didn't like the main villain for the 4 books. That was like, yeah, that. This also, like, just, yeah. Another person said like that their 12-year-old daughter has liked the book series, and they were both disappointed to see the woke liberal agenda sneaking in with the use of they them pronouns of the human. This is there was a lot of that, just like woke. To be honest, it wasn't the best Wings of Fire book, but also wasn't bad, you know? Somebody didn't like it because it's bizarre, dark, deeply cultish, and doesn't know the point of the book. Like, pretty stupid reasons. Here, let's see. It's another book series I remembered reading. It's another good book. I mean, of course, Spy Family. I haven't looked at that. Let's look at Volume 1. Oof. Oh. Well, somebody said, how are an assassin and a spy engaging in lies supposed to be cute and heartwarming? Both are serial killers. I mean, it is cute and heartwarming until the actual killing. Here, let's see. Yeah, there's nothing else good there. Just like things they didn't like it was disappointing. I just didn't like it. Also, yeah, it's cute. The second season's finally coming out, 1 episode per week, released on Saturday, and it's adorable. But then there's also, you gotta have excitement. It can't just be a family. It can't just be a little girl who's probably underage going to school. And like the first, like, second season, it's awesome. Like, just love it. Just love it, There's more excitement to it. Ooh, let's see. I haven't actually read or watched Attack on Titan, but let's see the negative reviews. let's see. I gotta find the good ones because there's like the bad ones, and there's. Oh, here's one. Poorly written, and the entire thing is nationalist. Nazi propaganda, hard pass. Ooh, no. Alright, somebody said, okay, please don't hate me, but I absolutely despised this. I think the story was incredibly underworked and I hated the art style. Most of the time you couldn't see what was actually going on, so you couldn't keep up with the story at all. I will not be carrying on with this series. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, somebody said, so 3 periods, couple spaces. It was terrible. I hated how it was only in black and white and wasn't very dramatic at all. Okay. To be honest, like, isn't like all picture books, all manga is in black and white unless you pretty much like color it yourself? Um, Somebody also said, poor story, and the drawing of the Titans was incredibly lazy. Yeah, not, honestly, I haven't read it, but I kind of wanna read it, watch it. Ooh, here's another 1 star. Reasons why I didn't like it. 1, too gory. Sure, I get this. These titans are eating people alive. There's bound to be blood. But it's almost like it's a gore contest to see who gets eaten in the grossest way. And 2, poor secondary character development. I don't know who these characters are personally. If a character isn't important enough to build on, then that character is worthless to the story. I mean, gory isn't that bad though. Yeah, that's the end of the negative reviews actually, or the good negative reviews, the juicy ones. There's not too many juicy ones on manga though, because most people are really chill about keeping some of these thoughts to themselves because they're bookworms. Anyway, bye. I'm probably gonna end this now since, yeah. I've on live.